My presentation today is a mousetrap story. Our business strategy for many years has been to keep things as simple as possible and to improve efficiency. So we added a bit of technology to the tried and true, and still keeping things simple so that I can operate them. And as luck would have it, we have a better mousetrap. Watch Technologies is my company, and this is our business plan. My name is Jack Goldwasser. I'm the founder and CEO, and I'll be presenting our business plan today, and I suppose in other areas as well. My strategy today is to follow these general guidelines. I may wonder, but that's just the idea. Watch Technologies was founded in 1979 with roots in the hydroelectric industry. Our first plant went online in 1982. It's still operating. We still push water through some turbines. And this led to our becoming consultants in the water management industry, which we've maintained that status for quite a while now, all these years. We've gained 30 years of experience in manufacturing telemetry and control equipment. We supply software, we install systems, and we're innovating to serve multiple markets. The irrigation market, agriculture, maritime, oil and gas, mining, and construction, to name a few. In the 1990s, because we took a contract with Cal Poly University to consolidate and to implement their master plan in the Klamath Basin, putting 14 irrigation districts kind of in touch with each other and the Bureau of Reclamation, we started that project, or actually we were hired to do that project, and it ended up becoming what's called SCADA, which is Supervisory Control and Data Acquisition Systems. What a Supervisory Control and Data Acquisition System is, basically, is taking data and applying it in some measure to control the equipment. It's basically a plant floor process, taken large. We take what goes on in a factory and spread it over 1,000 square miles. This may be a bit dramatic, but water availability is at crisis level in California, as it is in the West and around the world, period. The opportunity for us is to conserve water and save money. Scarcity is always an opportunity for some people. In some respects, we feel like we're selling shovels to gold miners. And that's not a bad place to be. California is facing about $1 billion over the next 10 years to a bill to monitor and surface groundwater availability. This is mandated by state law. We have to find out what we have. We have to find out where it is. We have to find out if it's being distributed according to law. That's one thing we have to do. Water system infrastructure in California and elsewhere in the West and around the world, it's even more dramatic, is at least an average of 50 years old. And that we're nowhere near close to having an efficient water delivery system pretty much anywhere. There are exceptions, of course, but that's just generally the rule. What's needed, and this is the second part of our opportunity, is to replace or retrofit the current distribution technology with automation to achieve significant conservation and cost savings. It's the only way that there is to save water. You can't plug the pipes too much, but after that, you have to figure out what you're going to do next. Conservation is all that we have left. What we've done for the water industry is actually turning out to have applications in many others. We didn't even hardly know. Our internet marketing has produced significant sales into flood control, water and wastewater, oil and gas, mining, and energy. The current management model for irrigation districts it's been in place forever. You send guys out in the field, you check and see what's going on, you make an adjustment once a day, you come on back, you tell the boss, everybody thinks that works. And it sort of has for a long time. But it doesn't work anymore. We don't have cheap labor anymore, we don't have cheap fuel anymore, our equipment is no longer satisfactory for that kind of work. And furthermore, it's not real-time data. When you make an adjustment or you make any corrections in the field, you don't know what's going on for half the day or maybe all the day. Things change in water. Automation can be used successfully and has been used by us and others to eliminate spillage, to enable real-time flow adjustments and better manage the resources. As I've said before, automation is the only way that you're going to achieve any management efficiency in the water business. I've already noted, I mean, there's two categories of things that we're doing. The data collection and monitoring is just a huge opportunity. It's in place in law right now. It's driven by government policy mandating water data collection. In California alone, they're looking at trying to find out where all the water is going legally. Our estimate, based on our research and our previous history, which is quite long putting in these sites, is that we're looking at probably about $1.25 billion in costs if we were to take on the job. And it would result in about a 50% profit margin, which is our general profit margin. It's a gross profit margin. We end up with about 35. And we would also have a monthly subscription rate to this. So somebody's going to get this market. It's probably going to be divided up. This is what would happen if we got it. Automation is the other leg. And we're estimating about a $2 billion Western United States and Canada market. This is based on our experience, and it's also based on the projects we see coming along. Automation improvements in a typical irrigation district are roughly $100,000 to $500,000 depending on the size. Of course, the Imperial Irrigation District is millions or tens of millions. The Klamath Falls Irrigation District might be tens of thousands, but they're averaging between $100,000 and $500,000. In California, we're looking at about a $80 to $400 million retrofit market over the next 10 years. Our solutions. We have a full suite of innovative products for the ag water management industry. We make everything. We either have it patented or we're working on patents on it. And we go from the sensor through the internet portal to collect the data and manage it internally. We make sluice gates, we make automated split gates, we make smart gates, gate actuators, telemetry systems, SCADA monitoring and control systems, and a data collection portal. What that means is that a company can come to us, they can tell us what their problems are, what their goals are, we can take them through a whole integrated process, and we can sell a turnkey project. There's nothing in the agriculture world that anybody likes better than turnkey. When you're talking about technology, especially, what we became was what's called a system integrator. System integrators have a business putting things together that don't belong together. We sell people things that we, one, produced ourselves and they're built to go together. So it's not only more, it's cheaper, it's more efficient, and people like it better. I'm just going to show you some of our installations and products. These are gate actuators on a dam running a very large diversion. This is our gate actuator system. Here's a close-up, and this demonstrates, this picture, that was my finger in the picture. It demonstrates how simple the process is, the products that we're making. This is a gate actuator, it's a chain and sprocket setup. We have a patent pending on it, works like crazy, can't be broken, anybody can fix it. This is a sluice gate we made for a oil refinery in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. We sold them a couple of these guys. You know, we're in the ag business. Why do they call us? Because of the internet. This thing is us about $19,000 plus shipping. This is a retrofit to a big old irrigation gate in south central Washington. That's the kind of broken down part on the one side there. Nobody in the marketplace today makes equipment that could retrofit these gates. Our estimate, in fact, we were talking to the largest manufacturer of gates in the West just a few days ago. We estimated 300,000 of these gates out there in California. He said that's a very conservative number. There is nobody that can do it with any other equipment than ours because, for one thing, our equipment is solar capable right out of the box. None of the rest of them are, and we can get the details anytime, but none of the rest of them can work on solar. Ours are all solar if you want to be that way. This is about a $5,000 part. We sold it, we put it in there, it's about a 50% margin on that one. This is a screen that you would see on your smartphone if you were running a pipeline project, which this is, from anywhere in the world. You could run the project, there's buttons on there, you can open gates, close gates, the pertinent data is all there. We process this software, we make it, we write it, we manage it, we tell people how to use it. Our competitive advantage, without any doubt, and nobody seems to argue this point, is that it's easier to install. It's all of our equipment. It's easier to install, it's easier to operate, it's less expensive, it's solar capable. Imagine, remember now, that irrigation districts are spread over thousands of acres or hundreds of square miles. You have a canal that's running 50 miles, there's no electricity anymore. You have to have solar. Unless you have it, you can't automate it. If you can't automate it, you can't manage it. So we have integrated solutions and we have extraordinary service. My basic business model is to do what we're doing now, writ large. We've been successful, we're making money, we're growing as fast as we can possibly grow. So our desire is to just do that more. And in order to do that, we're going to have to buy bigger and better administrative teams. We need an operations manager and a national sales manager real bad. We need international staffs to support them. We need people to be able to do international sales. We need to invest in plant and equipment to massively improve our production capacity. And we're going to continue producing our own products as long as it makes sense, and so far it seems to. We're going to continue our aggressive sales and marketing. We need to add regional support facilities. We need one in Colorado today. Part of our business model strategy is to partner with larger and well-established irrigation equipment manufacturers that are already in place, that don't make stuff that we make, and they end up buying from our competitors. And we're already doing that. We're in negotiations right now with a very large guy to put a private label on our products. That's one way to quickly enter the marketplace and get things going. We're going to dramatically increase our production. We want to get up to 1,000 actuators a month within 3 years. There's no reason why we can't do that. We're going to try and capture 20% of the Monterey market in the West, especially California, which is right now undertaking rulemaking to put that in place, the requirement for people to do it. It'll be a 10-year program. And we want to increase our sales and gates and smart gates to from about 50 to 500 a year within the next 3 years. Our pre- and post-investment money issues, we did about $600,000 last year. We made $200,000 in profit. That's been consistent over a few years. This year we're going to easily top $1 million. We expect $1.5 million at the same kind of profit margins. And the rest is up there. These are our goals by 2015 to do about $15 million in business. We haven't got a real international strategy. We're developing that. We have no idea what that market's like. I mean, it's just endless. So as soon as we get into a serious production, that's part of our business model as well. Our exit strategy is to put this thing in a position in 3 to 5 years with about a $15 million business and see if we want to sell it at that point. If we make the profits that we're talking about making, there's decisions to be made. And so the investment people that we take in are going to have to sit with us to make these decisions. But we're perfectly prepared to sell out to one of the major manufacturers at that time. And that's the conclusion of my remarks. So I'd notice one thing, just to kind of emphasize the way that we've gone about making our products. This product right here is an RTU. It's a remote terminal unit. This is the brains and the worker for any kind of telemetry system in agriculture or in many other markets. This product replaces what we also make that costs $3,000 plus associated hardware to power, solar panels or whatever. We sell this for $700. It's an integrated package, never needs a battery in its entire existence. You can broadcast out of a bucket of water. This is our strategy.
1 minute?
Well, yeah, 1 minute.
I went over.
I don't see an ask for capital here in your plan. Are you looking actively for money? Do you intend to grow this organically out of your existing profits?
We've been growing it out of profits. We can't make this kind of advance in the marketplace without some help. We're looking for about $1 million, 1.2 exactly in my plan. About half of that is for just working capital because we take on contracting projects that are pretty large sometimes. About the other half is going to be for plant and equipment, and some of that, about a third of that part is going to be for buying some top quality management.
Is this the extent of the scope, or do you see additional products integrated into your mix?
Oh, no, we've got 2 patent pendings right now, and there's plenty in the works. We'll probably have half a dozen products will be patented in the next year.
That are linked through the SCADA system?
It's all part of it, yes, sir. The bottom line to all of this is that when you got a system that's working, in our view, the thing to do is to continue with what is working and what's selling. We can't keep up with the sales.
And your market then will be strictly irrigation,
All of them.
or primary market?
The oil and gas industry is the big gorilla in the room. They have all the money and all the need. But there's oil and gas, the flood control, there's water and wastewater is huge. Every single wastewater plant that goes in uses hundreds of actuators. And we're starting to get sales off the internet we never expected. So the water and wastewater, the energy market, moving pipeline stuff around. There's quite a lot of things for us to do. The ag is what I know best right now. And that's where we're taking where we can.
And one last question.
You're currently manufacturing in Grants Pass, is that where you're building this stuff?
Oregon has a particularly amenable production environment. There's skilled labor, it's low cost, and I own the land. So bottom line is that's where we are now. My expectation is we'll be moving to California. There's constant discussion about why we aren't moving to California. I think we probably will. We'll probably also establish other manufacturing facilities elsewhere. What we're doing is pretty low tech. We have machine shop stuff, we have metalworking stuff, we have some electronics. Nothing's really rocket science here. We can make it anywhere. We're going to make it where we can do it and keep control of it, which is close.
Okay, that's it.
Thanks, Jim.